Welcome to the show. I'm Ray. So, I'm going to try to make this video kind of fast. I'm going to try to keep it around like 13, 15, maybe 20 minutes. I ain't making no promises. I'm going to try not to make this a long one. But we'll see how that go. You clicked on the video. You know what the topic's about. This is about me with my experience with loneliness while building a life abroad and falling in love with the Dominatrix. Yo, this is like the third or fourth take I made trying to make this video, right? Every single time I every single time I talk about that title or read that title off to myself, I start laughing because I never thought this would be. Again, I never thought I'd be making videos in the first place, but I damn sure didn't think I'd be making a video like this. But, you know, it seems like an interesting topic that maybe not a lot of people can relate to. Maybe more people relate than I think. I don't know. So, here we go. This prompt that I was given by YouTube says that I should talk about my honest experience while building or dealing with loneliness while building a life overseas. And that really got me thinking. And at first I was gonna skip it because I was like, man, I'm not lonely. So what? But it made me think about some of the videos that I've been seeing online where there's a lot of solo travelers that are dealing with that loneliness and entrepreneurs dealing with that loneliness and whatever while trying to build something. So I thought I'd give my my little 2 cents about it. So um first things first, I'm not lonely. So this is a weird thing for me, right? But I can understand why there's a lot of people that are. So in my history, my past, my life, I spent most of my life alone. I was the youngest of 4 kids. Um, I've always been kind of an outsider. I've always been an introvert. I've always been kind of a loner. I never really got along with everyone like that. People liked me and people liked talking to me, but it it was just annoying to talk to most people because most people didn't think the way that I thought, and it was hard to relate to them. So I spent a lot of time just by myself anyway. And even when I was around people and I used to go out every weekend and multiple times a week drinking with the homies and whatever, um, I'd be in those situations and crowded ass nightclubs and whatever, just like, man, I don't want to be here, bro. Like, I don't want to be around none of these people. I've always been more comfortable, like I've always been more comfortable on the outside, where if there's a big event going on, like a big party going on, I can move through the crowd and make my rounds, talk to people, and chop it up with everybody and introduce myself and whatever. But I've always felt more comfortable being on the outskirts of those parties and trying to distance myself a little bit. I like to be on the outside looking in and see how people are engaging with each other um, and all that, because I get kind of distracted with a lot of noise and overstimulated and all that, right? So even my birthday party, like the very first birthday party I ever had, the only birthday party I ever had was like 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. Um, Even in that party, I didn't want to be the center of attention. I We had the whole party. We had the whole house uh, set up. People were coming through, and I was in the kitchen cooking fried chicken, and that that's what I decided to do because people like my fried chicken. So I was like, all right, cool. That's something that I can contribute to this, and I want some fried chicken anyway, and I like having people taste my food and enjoy my food and whatever. So I'm gonna do that. So not only did I get to make my chicken and feed a bunch of people, which I loved, but it also created a situation where I didn't have to talk to a bunch of people for too long. And people didn't feel that need to try to talk to me for too long. Like they would come in, but it's like, hey, I'm moving and grooving right here. So you gotta, hey, what's up? Thanks for coming out. Whoop de whoop. But I gotta get back on this chicken real quick. And then it was hot right there too, so a lot of people didn't want to be in that zone. So it was perfect for me. Like people come in, they say hi, keep it pushing. And then when the chicken was done, all right, come in, get your piece. Oh my God, it's so good. Cool, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like it. And then they push on. Um, I used to go to raves and all type of events, and it was always the same thing where everybody's around the bonfire, everybody's wherever they are in their big group, and I'm outside chilling somewhere, and then people come outside with me and hang with me and talk to me, and always enjoy those situations better where big group of people, I'm out here, I'm in the either the sunshine or I'm out here at night with the fresh air. And people come outside when they need a break. They come chill with me. We sit, we listen to some music, we chat about whatever we chat about, and then they go back inside and they do their thing. And I always love that. Um, a lot of my experience with building my life abroad has been exactly that. So this is kind of the dream for me, for real. Um, I moved out. I moved out to Thailand, and I moved to like a real small little apartment. It was real nice though. It was service apartment, fully furnished. Um, they came in and cleaned my house and washed my dishes and everything once a week. Cool little cool little situation. But I didn't really go out much, and some people they would laugh and make fun because they're like, what are you here in Bangkok for if you ain't going out and partying and whatever?" And I'm like, that just ain't me no more. That when I was young, that was my thing. I was always out in somebody's face and partying and drinking and strip clubs and all that. But I did all that already. I'm chilling now. I'm focused on business, right? So um, I've met I've met some really good people in Bangkok. I met some really good people, mostly on like Tinder and shit because I didn't really go out, so I'd be on Tinder, and Tinder got kind of overwhelming because it got to the point where I was getting too many matches, and I didn't like it. And I felt bad because I'm like, man, why am I out here wasting these girls' time? Because I ain't about to meet up with nobody. But I did meet up with a few people. And every time I met up with someone or was about to meet up with someone, I got low key annoyed because I was like, fuck, man, I gotta. I gotta put on pants. I gotta go out and man, I'm just trying to work on my website. I'm trying to do outreach for customers. I'm trying to, what I mean, I'm trying to get this business working. I've had most of my life being social and whatever. This is my first time that I'm really, really focused on building a business and really locking in. And there was this dude that I met. He was a neighbor of mine, and he was a chill dude and whatever. But we was on different wavelengths. He's like, hey, yeah, man, let's go out, let's go do this, let's do that. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm locked in right now, man. But I'll be up with you. Just give me a few months, give me a year. I'll get at you. And he's trying to push and be like, no, we should go out, and you gotta take a break every now and then. Woo, woo. I'm like, bro, this is my first time really locking in like this. Like, I just stopped smoking weed and all type of stuff, stopped drinking. So I'm really trying to lock in and trying to get this going, because I feel like this is gonna be something big eventually. This is gonna help a lot of people, right? And he felt about that how he felt about that. And same thing with a few girls that I met. Same thing. It's like, yeah, that's cool, but I don't really got the energy for that. I don't really got the time for that. I'm trying to build. Um, so there was no while I've been here, and then same thing coming out here to Vietnam. Got some matches, but didn't really want to talk to anybody. And then I got very comfortable. So I got very comfortable being alone, because I've always been comfortable alone, but I got more comfortable with it while I was going to the beach. I went to the beach like every morning, because out here in Da Nang, that's the move. Like, Vietnamese people out here, they getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, going to the beach. So by the time, like, I was waking up 5 o'clock, 5:30, go to the beach, it's already packed. The aunties are out there already. You know what I mean? Just all type of stuff. And I was like, damn, y'all got hella energy this early in the morning. But it felt good though. Like, I understood. So I'd be walking on the beach. I'm like, damn, it's hella packed out here. I was hoping, like, I knew there was gonna be people out here. I didn't expect so many people to be out there. But I'd be walking, and then I'd find like this empty patch of beach where no one was sitting, because there was a sign that says you can't swim right there, because it's like high tide, not high tide, but rip tides. So it's too dangerous to swim in this area. So since nobody could swim right there, ain't nobody trying to sit right there. Well, for me, that's perfect, because I ain't trying to be in the water no way, and I don't want to be around a bunch of people. But I also like being around people. You know what I'm saying? So I'd sit in that spot, and I basically feel like I have the whole beach to myself. And I'm hearing the waves come in. I got my earbud in. I'm listening to my music, and see to left and right of me, there's big groups of people having fun, and women being all sexy all over the place. And every now and then people walk by. Sometimes they say hi, sometimes they don't, whatever. And it really made me think. And I was thinking over my life. I was like, damn, I can't think of anything that would make this better. And I started thinking about, and I was looking at people, and noticing how some people were sort of like me, where they wanted to be alone, but they were still in the parts of the beach that had tons of people, but they would just sit like way in the back, or like not way in the back, but a little bit further back, but just sit there by themselves. And it got me thinking, again, looking at them, and then looking at other people, looking at some of the people that were so, I don't know, they're on the beach, but they looked miserable, and they looked bored, and they're walking with a partner. And it made me laugh, but made me feel kind of bad at the same time, because I'm like, damn, man, like, I know what that feels like. I know where that, looking at some of the faces, I know that face. I've made that face. I used to I used to be in that type of situation for years, so I understand it. And at that point, I would just laugh to myself, and I would just thank God and be like, "Damn, man, thank God I'm single, bro. Like, thank God I don't have to I don't have to really talk to nobody right here." And it made me feel really good and think about like, damn, if I was in a relationship right now, I'd have somebody trying to just be in my ear, and I wouldn't be able to just enjoy listening to the beach like this. I wouldn't be able to just look out and see the sun and enjoy the beauty. I wouldn't be looking around and seeing the beautiful girls and all that. I'd have to pretend like I wasn't looking and like do all this. Like, oh no, honey, I don't think anybody's attractive. Nah, like it would be too much bullshit, right? So I started thinking through my life, and I'm like, damn, there's nobody I could think of that I would enjoy being here with right now. As much as I love the people in my life, as much as I love my friends and whatever, there was nobody I could think of that I wanted to have sit right there with me, except one person. That is the dominatrix that I fell in love with. And then even with that, I was like, damn, like it would be dope if she was here, and I'd love to have her here. But then even with her, it wouldn't I wouldn't necessarily, man, how do I say this? Like, cause I don't want to say like I wouldn't necessarily want her here, but I kind of want her here just so she'll be there, but because I know what type of person she is, she wouldn't just be talking. She wouldn't just be yapping. She would just enjoy the silence just like I would. And that's the thing is I fell for this woman hardcore. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't have permission to say her name like that yet. I don't know. I haven't really talked to her about that with her. She don't even know that I make videos. But it just really made me think of how society works and how society makes you feel like you need to have someone around you. You need to be in a relationship and need to constantly be talking to someone. And I don't have that need. So when I saw this prompt from YouTube talking about, oh, how do you deal with loneliness? I just don't feel lonely. I enjoy the peace that comes with being alone and the peace that comes with the silence and me being able to think and me being able to journal and just really enjoy the moment and enjoy my music. Like sometimes turn on my music and got the tunes going and everything. Sometimes just turn it off and just listen to the waves and just listen to nature and listen to people. And then when I didn't feel like doing that anymore, I just put my music back on, and I didn't have to communicate anything to anyone. I didn't have to explain that to anyone. I didn't have to feel rude or disrespectful because this person is wanting to be here with me. They want to talk to me. They want to connect with me. And I'm just trying to enjoy the silence because living in Bangkok, where I was, my apartment was real nice, but it was loud as hell at all times of the day. There's motorcycles and all type of stuff. And then even in Vietnam, like the first hotel that I went into, the capsule hotel, all times of the night, these some horny ass people out here. Like, hold on. When I say horny, I mean horny as in like they be on the horns like crazy out here. Like every few minutes you hearing the horn, and they don't even be. It ain't like in America where they're blowing the horn because it's like, ah, you idiot. It's just, hey, I'm coming. Hey, I'm pulling out. It's just a notification thing to everybody around that I'm in this place. Look out, which is cool because it looks like it's a safe thing because I didn't see no accidents or any near misses or anything while I was here. Everyone's seeing to is like, all right, beep beep. They coming up behind someone, like some people walking or some people that are driving slow, just beep beep, let you know I'm on their side. So that's cool, but that shit is loud and annoying when you trying to sleep. So going out to the beach where it's just no cars and it's peaceful and it's a section of the beach where I got it to myself, where I feel like I'm in VIP. And that's what it really felt like for real. And I loved it. I was like, man, this really feel like some VIP shit. It feels like, I understand it now. I understand the rich people that be going out and buying these like houses out in the middle of some nowhere and just being alone because it's like, damn, it's really quiet out here. It really feels good to just be alone and be with your thoughts and just enjoy the fruits of your labor. And that's how I'm feeling right now, where I was at the beach just enjoying the fruits of my labor, where it's like, damn, I can't believe little boy from the hood grew up to be a fucking digital nomad building a business in Vietnam. Fuck. I never thought I'd make it out my neighborhood, fool. Like, now I'm almost 40 in another country on the other side of the world building a business? What? I never thought I'd have a passport. I thought I'd be one of those people, like, because I still got homies and I still got family members that never been outside of LA. Never been outside. Never went nowhere. Like my mama, I ain't never been outside the country. So, uh, so I'm blessed, and I know I'm blessed. So, sitting there on the beach, I'm like, damn, I'm blessing him up. Like God really helped me. Is allowing me to live my dream right now. And and the thing about the dominatrix, right, is that was part of the dream because I I never really wanted a regular relationship for real, and uh, I was in one for a long time, for like 7 years. I did when I was young. Again, I said in another video is I did what everyone suggested I do, and I followed whatever the framework for the American dream was, where it's like, all right, you go to school, you get your degree, you get a good job, and blah 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 blah. Well, I ain't go to school. Well, I did go to school, but I left because I was like, man, fuck all that. I didn't get no degree, but I did the school thing. Found out it wasn't for me, so I pieced out. And then I got a job. I just started working. And I started, like I said, I started working at like 17 because we was homeless. So I had to find something to bring in some money real quick. Um, hold on, get the boogie out. Don't pay that. No, never mind. Uh, so I had I had a job. I just kept climbing the ladder and learning as much as I could and networking with people and blah, 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 until I became a manager, got promoted, and went over here. Same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing, until I ended up at this place where it was other people's dream. Because while I got into the tech field, every techie that I met was like, oh, yeah, I want to work at Google. I want to work at Microsoft. And then I'm watching all these videos, and all these people are like, how do you get to Google? How do you get to Microsoft? That's the ultimate dream. That's the ultimate goal. I didn't care about that. I wanted to make money. But I'm like, this is where everybody else is going. This is what everybody else think is the right move. So fuck it. Let me see if I can do it. So I did it. And it wasn't worth it. Like, I enjoyed my time at Microsoft because it showed me how much they actually do care about people and about data and all that. So, because I was on the bandwagon for a little bit, I was like, man, screw Microsoft and Windows and this. They don't care about security. They're just da 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 da. But then I started working there. I'm like, man, they really care about security. Like it is frustratingly difficult to do your job sometimes because they are so serious about data where you can't access nothing if you don't need to. Any type of customer, anything, even if you're doing work for that customer, there's a lot of stuff that you just can't access because they take privacy that serious. So it made me feel so much better about using Windows products and when using Microsoft products and all that. I was like, okay, yeah, they a lot of these people that are talking crap on the internet are just people talking crap on the internet. They have no idea what's really going on behind the scenes. Now, I was only in one part of Microsoft, so I don't know the whole picture, but I just know that there was so much stuff that I got. Me and a lot of people on the team was like, damn, man, like this would be so much easier to do this job and to fix these issues if we didn't have to worry so much about the privacy and the data and all that stuff. So big up to Microsoft. I love them for that, and they really take care of people. They really care about people, man. Um, like a lot of their initiatives and stuff is around community and welcoming people and donating to different causes, all type of stuff. Man, that sun is coming through, boy. I'm shining. Anyway, but so yeah, I forgot where I was going with that, man. The love of Microsoft got me. Anyway, yeah, I forgot. All right, so I went and did that because that's what other people said that I should want to do because I'm in tech. That should be my goal is to get into Microsoft. So that's what I did. And I got there and I was like, man, this it's just another big ass corporation. Though, like as good as they are and as much as they treat people well and all that stuff, at the end of the day, it is still just another big corporation. So it's not something I really wanted to do. And then I had a family. Um, I didn't have any kids of my own, but I was in a situation for like 7 years, normal monogamous relationship, sort of. Um, and I realized that I'm not that dude, and a lot of that's because of like childhood trauma and shit. Like if I'm being honest, um, I didn't really grow up with the whole family dynamic. I was the youngest of four, but we was always spread out. So my older siblings, they didn't want to hang out with no little kid. Why would they? So they was always out. My mom was out. She was out running around doing what she was doing with who she was doing it with. So I just had to learn to spend a lot of time alone. A lot of times she was like when she got older and she stopped partying and everything, she was just at work. So I was a little latchkey kid. I was, just left to my own devices. Get off of work, walk home, and do what I do. And then I get home. I never did my homework because she wasn't there to check or ask about it or really care. She would always ask me if I did my homework. I'd be like, yeah, I did it. I didn't do no damn homework. I would always do my homework like the day or like the period before the class I was supposed to go into. So I go in the next day, do it in homeroom or something, or like if it was like first period, I had a homework assignment. I get to class early, do my homework real quick, and then me and my homeboy would spar and rap battles and shit. So that was how I got through. Um, I spent most of my time making beats and fucking rapping and watching anime. Like that's who I was. man. But fuck, man, I be going off on tangents, bro. I swear I got ADHD or something, bro. But uh, 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 yeah, I was latchkey kid. Um, so I spent all my time alone. So I got real used to being alone. So I'm used to being alone right now. Like, and I'm loving this situation I'm in right now. My apartment ain't super big, but it's enough for one person, and it's a cool little vibe. I got a bed. It's clean. I got a kitchen. I got a refrigerator. I got a bed. I got a bathroom and a table. A balcony that overlooks the city and overlooks the water. Just sunshine that comes in, man. I'm blessed, fool. So I'm good. And again, I be having those thoughts like, damn, would this be better if I had someone right here next to me, talking to me at all times of the day? Because I don't really like to be talking. I promise you, when I'm not making these videos, I don't be talking like that. It's something about this camera. Something about this camera I be getting on and just, yep. But in person, I don't really be talking like that. Like, if the conversation is interesting, I'll talk. But aside from that, it's like, oh yeah, well, whatever. Like if someone needs some advice, I give advice. But other than that, yeah, I'm not a talker like that. So whenever I'm in a relationship, one of the issues that I have with being in relationships is how much talking and communication needs to be done to maintain them. And while I was dating in Thailand and a little bit out here, um, I kept running into that issue over and over where these girls I'm meeting, they want to talk on a regular basis. They want to talk like every day. Every day? See, I'm almost 40. So I come from a time where you could not talk to someone for days or weeks and it'd be straight because you didn't have cell phones and it wasn't instant communication at all times of the day. There wasn't this expectation of constant availability where you call somebody's house, they don't pick up, you don't get upset or nothing. You just like, all right, cool, leave a message or I'll call again later. You hit somebody on a pager, on two-way or whatever, and then they call you back at some point, and that was cool. But this whole thing now, where it's like everyone knows that you always have your phone on you and all that, so the expectation is, I sent you a message, drop whatever you're doing, reply to my message right now, reply to my email right now. I never got on board with that. So that causes me to have a lot of issues with dealing with people in general, but especially relationships and dealing with women because I, I'm not on it like that. Um, which is one of the reasons that I fell in love with this dominatrix. at, at some point, I might tell y'all how we met and all that stuff. Um, Again, I'll have to see how she feels about me telling that story and whatever. But all I can say is right now, it's like we met and the vibe was cool as hell. Like she's one of the coolest people I've ever met, one of the smartest people I've ever met. And I was like, yo, I don't know why she's talking to me. I ain't got no business being here. I ain't got no business talking to this woman. But she she she's cool as fuck, man. And that made me like the conversation that we had, the energy just flowed. Like the conversation just flowed. It didn't feel like I had to keep talking. There were moments of silence and it was cool. And then it was moments where she's asked me questions and we're going back and forth and it was cool. And then when we're not talking, and it's cool. And then she'll like randomly message me, whoop de whoop, and I respond, do 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 do, and then it's done, and we don't talk again for a few days, a week, maybe a month, whatever. And that's the vibe. I love that. That's how I am with some of my best friends too. Like my best friend, my boy, love that dude. Would kill for this dude. Would die for this dude. And he do it for me too. His family, whatever he needs, whatever his family needs, I got it. I ain't talked to this nigga in like 3 months. I mean, we've gone like a couple of years without talking, and then but every time we talk though, it's like we just pick up where we left off, like ain't no time pass. I was like, oh, just do da 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 da, and nigga, you ain't gonna believe, blah 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 blah. So that's how I am. That's the type of person I am, where we don't need constant communication to have that bond, and it's so goddamn rare to find someone where you could have that bond and build that connection without that constant need for talking and communication and blah blah blah. So that's how it was. That's why I ended up falling in love with the Dominatrix, because she's a busy woman. She got a lot of shit going on. She moving, grooving, vibing, sliding. Damn, I always forget homeboy's name, but you know, you know. Damn, I just realized that's why people say that, because they don't be remembering shit. I always used to hate when people say, "Well, if you know, you know." It's like, no, motherfucker, I don't know. So why don't you tell me? Tell me so I can know too. Oh, that's right. You don't know. You shut the fuck up. My bad. Anyway. So yeah. So yeah, man. I love every time I get the chance to talk to this woman, but whenever I don't talk to her, I enjoy that time too, because I be thinking about her, but then I got my own stuff to think about. Just like I know she got her stuff to think about, and then she'll check on me every now and then, be like, "Hey, what's this? Da 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 da. Can you do this? Blah 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 blah." I'm like, hell yeah! I'll be looking for an opportunity. I'll be looking for a chance to like. It's the weirdest thing. Whereas I'm I enjoy not having a constant talk, but I be looking for. It's like, man, let me just have like a little bit more. Let me talk just a little bit more. Just a little more conversation this week. A little more conversation this month. But but yeah, man, it's a cool little situation. I fucks with it. Um, and the reason that I ended up, so aside from the fact that that's a personal or that's a perfect little situation for me. The perfect amount of communication and how she communicates is perfect. The other thing that did for me, bringing it back to the main topic of this thing of how to manage uh, loneliness while building a life abroad. One, I never really felt lonely like that. I wanted to be alone, and it's helped me, really focus on my business. I got my website built. I never built a fucking website before this one. This is my first website. This is my first time using WordPress. So I just locked in, because I didn't have to be worrying about dates. I didn't have to worry about checking in with nobody. I didn't have to worry about nothing. Just, okay, I'm building this business. I need a website. What am I going to do with this website? And then I got the website. I got the social media accounts. I got Instagram. I got Twitter. I got Blue Sky. I got LinkedIn. All that. Now now I'm doing YouTube, and every time I'm doing something new, I don't have to check in with nobody, and I could really focus in on that without having my um, without the emotional deregulation of having to manage someone else's emotions and whatever, and be like, do you hate me because you're not talking to me? He's like, no, motherfucker, I'm just trying to get it. I'm out here trying to get it. That's what's going on. I ain't talking to no other girls. I ain't trying to get no other girls. I'm just trying to get it. And it is that bag. It is that money. It is that guap. That's what I'm trying to get. I don't give a damn about getting no numbers. I don't care about no girls' butt cheeks. It's gonna be butt cheeks. They're always gonna be butt cheeks. All right. I don't need that. There's always gonna be some titties out there. There's always gonna be some butt cheeks out there. There's always gonna be some beautiful women out there. They ain't going nowhere. This bag though, this money though. I mean, there's always more money where that came from, but I want mine this time. Like I'm ready for mine. I'm trying to be a millionaire. I'm trying to see if I can make that happen because I done did everything else I wanted to do. All the other dreams that I had, I already made them happen. That's part of how I met the Dominatrix. That was a dream that I didn't think would come true, and it came true. And I'm like, what? And yeah, man, being out here, being in Thailand, being in Vietnam, being in Asia, I ain't never thought this dream would happen. This is a dream that came true. So, so yeah, the next dream is let's see if I can be a millionaire. Let's see, let's see if I can pull that off. See if I can pull off a hat trick. Hat trick is 3, right? This would be more than 3. So whatever more than 3, whatever hat trick is plus like 2 or 3 more, like double hat or something. I don't know, man. I don't even know where hat trick came from. I'm gonna have to look that up. But yeah, I forgot. I be getting off topic, man. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. I got something. Uh, but I enjoy being alone and all that stuff. And the Dominatrix makes it so much easier because every time, like, wrong or right, I don't know. All I know is what works for me. But every time that I meet somebody on like a dating app or like another dominatrix or anything, I compare it to her and I'm like, I mean, yeah, you cool, you pretty, you whatever, but you ain't her though. Like, so all right, I'm good. Now I'm straight. I don't know if that's toxic or not, man. I don't know, cause yeah, I don't know. All I know is that's what's been helping me. That's what's been helping me stay focused. Is all right. I'm trying to make this woman happy. I'm trying to be a millionaire so I can provide for this woman. Like that's my whole goal at this point. That's one of the main goals of trying to be a millionaire is so I could take care of this woman and because I feel like she deserves it. She's a good ass person. She doesn't have to be. I've met a lot of beautiful women in my life that are in similar roles, like dominatrixes and sex workers and all type of stuff, and just beautiful women and whatever. And a lot of them are just shitty people. And she very well could be a shitty person, and she chooses not to be. She chooses to be a good person. So I'm like, man, and she has a good vision. I support the hell out of her vision and everything that she's trying to do. So I'm like, yo, that's the one. That's the one right there. So I need to be the best version of myself possible, so I can, qualify and make her proud and make her happy, make myself happy, make myself proud. But like I want to honor, what God has given me by letting me have this interaction with this individual, with this woman that again there's no way in hell that I should have met. Like I don't know if y'all. So I know it's real funny to dunk on like Joe Budden, but I used to listen to Joe Budden every now and then, one of my favorite songs by him to this day is called 10 Minutes. And where he's going through, he's just going through it. He pulled out a cigarette. He's like, all right, man, this is what's going on. And then he gets to this part of the song where he's like, it was God's fault. It was God's fault. I wasn't supposed to meet her. And he's like, if we, damn, I'm gonna have to listen to the song now. Got me fucking up the lyrics. Um, he says, the chances of us meeting was so unlikely that if we did meet, you wasn't supposed to like me. And every time I talk to her or get the chance to talk to her or finish talking to her, a lot of times I feel like an idiot because she's one of the smartest people I've ever fucking met. And people tell me that I'm the smartest person they've ever met, and they say that I'm really smart. And I don't really be believing it, but she makes me feel like an idiot every single time. And not because of anything that she says or does or whatever. It's just talking to her and listening to her thoughts. It's like, damn, you smart than a motherfucker. God damn. So every time I talk to her or I'm about to talk to her, I finish talking to her, I hear that in my head where it's like, yo, how the fuck did I even meet her? How the fuck did I get a chance to meet her, fool? And go on a date with her? What are we doing here? What fucking universe am I in where I get to talk to this person on a regular basis? What? And then this person likes me enough to want to talk to me more. It's like, we weren't supposed to meet. And if we did meet, you weren't supposed to like me. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what voodoo magic I did and what entity that I made a deal with to allow this to happen, but good looking out. I mean, dapping up guy, like, hey, good looking out. Just tell me what I need to do to thank you for this blessing, because oh my lord. All right, man. That was a little weird. That was a little weird, but I'm a weird guy. I'm a goofy goofer sometimes, so don't pay that never mind. But yeah, man. So I guess the moral of the story is, if you want to, this no, that's ridiculous. That was ridiculous. I was gonna say the moral of the story is, if you want to beat loneliness while building a life abroad, find a good dominatrix, man. Just find a dominatrix to fall in love with, and you don't even have to worry about being lonely or none of that stuff. But but for real, my suggestion for dealing with loneliness as a solo traveler and building a life abroad is to find something else to focus on. At the end of the day, that's what's been doing it. Like the whole underlying message here of this long ass video. I was trying to get around 30 minutes, but we here with it, is find something to focus on that gives you purpose, that gives you that energy, and that fills that hole, so you don't really feel that loneliness, because you don't have time to feel lonely and be lonely, because it's like, yo, I'm so enthralled in this, like so enthralled in building my business, writing books. Like I'm an author. I got 2 books that I already wrote. I'm writing 2 more. I'm trying to be a motivational speaker now, building a business, building a nonprofit, social media accounts, all type of stuff. And that keeps me busy as fuck. You know what I mean? And then also trying to go on this little weight loss glow up journey. You know, trying to go. That's why I be waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to the gym. I ain't got time to be worried about loneliness. I don't even have time to feel that loneliness. It just feels good. And every minute that I get to just sit and do nothing, it just feels good. Especially if you're in a city where it's constant noise and whatever. And little thing about the relationship I was in, it was for 7 years, constant noise, constant conversations, constant noise, just nonstop. So being in this zone right now is perfect. So if you're going to start this journey, or if you're in this journey and you're struggling with this, best thing I can do is find your purpose. Find the purpose that allows you to focus in. It's kind of like if you're a gamer and you fall into that game, like you think that you've been playing it for 3 hours or for 30 minutes, turn out it's been 3 hours. Same thing with the social media scrolling and shit, right? Where you like, all right, I'm just gonna scroll for a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. Next thing you know, you've been spending your half your day scrolling, doom scrolling. Do that, but for something productive. Put that onto learning something new, reading something new, listen to audiobooks, whatever, something that's going to just capture your brain, where it's like anything else has to compete, or that thought of loneliness has to compete with. It's like, yeah, I could go find someone to talk to and whatever, but that means I'm not going to be working on my business. Every minute that I'm talking to them, I'm not working on my business. Every time that I'm going out to dinner or going out to dates and whatever, I'm not working on my business. I'm not working on my project. I'm not working on my music. I'm not working on my whatever, my goals. So, yeah, man, that's what I suggest. Find your purpose. Find someone that is unachievable. That's another one of those goals, or another suggestion that'll work for some people. The reason that I fell for the dominatrix and that I made her a target in the first place was because I thought it would be impossible. I thought it was an impossible task to ever meet someone like this. That's why I said this person wasn't supposed to meet me. There was no way I was supposed to meet this person, because in my head, I created this image of this perfect woman, my perfect idea of this woman. And I knew it was so just ridiculous. I'm like, there's no way in the world that this person exists, because she got to have all these qualities, and I'm not budging on not one of these qualities. And because I'm not budging on it, that's going to be my blocker, kind of like blocking out like a calendar and shit. It's like, well, that's my blocker. If I'm going to be in a relationship, God, you're going to have to send me this exact person or I ain't doing it. And then this nigga said, here you go. Go ahead and keep the party going. I'm like, what are you doing? What are we, yes, I wanted to see her. I wanted to meet her, but I'm not ready to meet her. Nigga, what are you doing? That's how I be talking to God. That's my dad, man. So we got a special relationship. So he's shining on me. He's shining on you, boy. He got a sense of humor. He created my humor. Stop fucking around. But yeah, me and we've gone back and forth. It's like, hey, bro, I created this perfect image of a woman because I thought that I wouldn't have to focus on nobody else or anything like that, and I could just focus on making just hella buku bucks because this person didn't exist. Because it was so unrealistic and no one would ever meet these standards. What the fuck is you doing putting this person in my life right now? And then allowing them to like me on top of that? To think I'm funny? What? What? Going on dates? Excuse me? Sir, we whew, when I get to heaven, me we got we gonna chat. We gonna chat. Oh man. All right, man. Let me end this damn video, bro. Yeah. Find something to enthrall you. Find your purpose. Work on your purpose, and that'll stop you from feeling all lonely, feeling the sads. Go to the beach. Go outside. Touch beach grass. Everyone says touch the grass. I say touch the beach. Touch the sand. And there's grass on the beach. So touch the beach grass. And then go just enjoy being alone and enjoy your time. Because, man, you could be dead right now. I could be dead right now. I'm going to tell y'all one day about my motorcycle accident. But I could be dead right now. But I ain't. That's why I'm so happy, and I feel blessed that I'm here doing this. I wasn't even supposed to be alive right now. I died 3 times, fool. Like, I'm not supposed to be here right now, and I'm here. So I'm enjoying the hell out of my life right now, and it's crazy. Even the hard days where it's hard and stressful and all that, I'm enjoying the shit out of my life, man. So find you something to do that's not sitting thinking about how lonely you are and shit. Find something that you can put that focus and put that energy in. Finding you a dominatrix or dom, whatever. There's male doms out there too. If that's your thing, for the lady dudes out there, find you a duty dom, and put your focus into this person, and make yourself so good, and make it so that you have to focus on yourself so much to elevate yourself enough to reach this person. And then again, this person already exists in your mind. Like, and I know a lot of you women out there do that already, because I know about these books. I know about the books. Don't try to tell me I don't know about the books. Yeah, one of my friends, she's one of them book girlies. She done sent me the dirty books. I know what y'all be reading on the bus and reading in public, thinking nobody know. Some of us know. And I know that some of these images of these dudes, and these stories of these dudes. So take those and be like, all right, I'm going to meet that guy in real life. And it's only going to be this guy, and I don't want nobody else. And then use that as, okay, I'm already in a relationship with that person. So what the fuck I'm looking for? I'm not lonely. Like, I already got my person. So now that I got my person, I'm gonna go over here and work on myself and work on my business and whatever, so I can make this person happy. Boom. Boom. You're welcome. I'll send you the invoice. All right, man. Let me stop this damn video. Thanks for listening to me yap. Hope that was interesting. If you want to know any more about this story or any parts of this story, hit me up. Drop a comment. Follow, like, subscribe, bell. Do the things. Share it. Do what you do, man. All right, y'all be easy. Oh yeah. Now I got approved by YouTube, so now I'm gonna be putting links in the description. Yeah, links to my website in the description, links to House of Shoto website, shotoagency.com, shotosanctuary.org, that's the nonprofit, and then my PayPal link. If you trying to donate to the cause, man, you're trying to donate and give your boy a few bucks and try to help me build Shoto Sanctuary, help me build House of Shoto, help me build myself. Help me on this journey to a billionaire. Yeah. Fuck being a millionaire. I'm trying to be a billionaire now. Yeah, that's the new goal. Let's see what happens. All right, thanks for rocking with me, y'all. Y'all be easy. Take care of each other. Love people. Drink water. Be just Don't be a piece of shit. Be a good person. All right, peace.